guys, welcome to my channel. It's Irina and today I'm showing you a teapot right here. It's looking right at you. This is the recipe. This is actually already the tea in here of a very good and nutritive tea. The nutritive tea, just look at that. It's pretty hot and my camera can see it. So guys, amazingly looking, don't you think? The nutritive tea is pretty much the tea that would support you with so vital minerals and vitamins, of course, and you could use this tea just on a regular basis to avoid the deficiencies or actually make it every time for any kind of disease based on the deficiencies. It's like say anemia, for example. I would say we have to just dive into the preparation of this tea so you could learn for yourself how you could prepare this, and I just really hope you will love it. Of course, let's take a look at the ingredient first, and we are going to need some nettle, nutmeg, oat straw, star anise, ginger, of course, some cardamom. Also, this is the ginger, this is the cinnamon sticks, this is the oatmeal. Here I have some licorice root and let me see. Yeah, oh, and ashwagandha root as well. So basically, we are just going to put everything in here and then put boiling water on top. All right then, guys, let's begin preparing our nutritive tea. I am going to use this sort of teapot right here. Like originally it has the cover and the strainer already, but I'm afraid that everything might not really fit in the, inside the strainer, and I actually want you to see everything I'm putting inside, so I will not use it. So let's begin by putting pretty much one of the main ingredients here, and that would be nettle. So we are going to need 1 heaping teaspoon of nettles. So the first thing goes in, and nettles are very rich in calcium and magnesium, so that's why it's a nutritive tea, right? And also contain very important silica and B vitamins, so that's why I really love that. Imagine you have all the other ingredients, but you don't have any nettle. You could also use the beet greens or spinach. Now, the second ingredient I'm going to use would be the oat straw. So let me show you. It looks like this. It doesn't really have very strong taste, but it's very pleasant, and we are going to use another teaspoon of that. I love using oat straw because it's also rich in calcium and magnesium, but it also is very nourishing for our nervous adrenal system. The next I am going to use, because we're using the oat straw, just the regular oats. Well, by regular I mean whatever oats you usually use. Could be old-fashioned or just rolled. Even the quick oats would do. Once we put it in here, the next ingredient we're going to put in would be the whole cloves. I have my cloves right here, and we're going to need 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next ingredient, my favorite, and I love adding it to smoothies and teas, would be ginger. And depending on how strong you want the flavor be, I actually don't peel my ginger. I just wash it really well, like scrape it, I would even say. You can go from 1 slice to 3 slices. I would just go full force and have my 3 slices in here. The next ingredient you can already see here would be the star anise. Oops, it's already in. Well, I have a video about great health benefits of this wonderful thing right here. So we're going to use just 1 because it's very flavorful. And talking about flavor, I believe that if you want to naturally sweeten this tea and make it really even more, pleasant tasting, we could use cinnamon sticks. You could go for 1 or 2. Because I'm using a lot of ginger, I would say 2 would really balance it out. And the next ingredient we're going to use, I really love using it, it's just, my really great addition would be the ashwagandha root. And I have my ashwagandha root right here. The reason I'm using it because I want to have this tea have extra energy support, also extra immune support. And if you happen to have any ashwagandha root powder and you don't know how much you should put, you could just use not a heaping, but half a teaspoon in here. That's, I'm talking about the root. If you happen to have any powder, you could use the powder, that's fine. If you want to know more about ashwagandha and its health benefits and pretty much what the adaptogenic herbs are, you can watch my video about that. You can already see how beautiful our mixture here looks like. It's really so good, guys. I mean, I know it seems like a lot of ingredients, but if you just happen to really buy everything, I would put the recipe in the description bar down below this video, of course. You would never regret it because it will last you really a long time. The next ingredient I'm going to use would be the licorice root. So you could totally omit that step because I know some people, they just do not like the taste, but I think that it's important because it will also balance the taste out. If you have the root, you could use just a pinch, and if you have it in the powdered form, you could also use just a pinch as well. So a pinch it is. And also about the taste, some people really think about licorice root as those like licorice candies, which don't really have, I mean, in my opinion, they don't taste good, but the licorice root we're going to use here will not give you that vivid taste, I would say. So you could definitely go ahead and give that a try. And I believe only 2 ingredients are left, and that would be the cardamom pods. Well, I would say this is probably the most expensive thing in the recipe, but if you get just a little bit, it will last you a long time because we're going to use only 3. What's really important, essential in this case would be we need to crush them. So if you just ever happen to use them and you just put them in there, actually it's not going to give you all the benefits we're looking to get from it. So we need to crush it. So what I normally do, I mean, I just take something handy and I crush it. Because, well, when I was just learning about herbs and spices, I never really paid attention. You know, it's a pod, so you can open it up and it has seeds. So that's actually the main purpose of us opening it up. So once I've done that and the seeds are going to be absolutely intact, just going to put it in our recipe. Last but not the least would be the nutmeg. Well, the recipe really calls for the freshly grated one, so you could go ahead and just buy the whole nutmeg in the store, and then using a grater, you can grate it. If there's no way you can do this, and if you have the ground nutmeg, I would say you could use that. I usually collect it in the cup and just add it in there. I would just really proudly say that this is the recipe. And again, guys, it might seem as a lot of ingredients, but don't forget this is a nutritive tea and we're going for really nutrition here. So we want to get as much as we can from everything, and it's amazing. All the ingredients you could see, so good for digestion, so good for your skin, so good for your immune system and overall health. Now, once we have everything in here, we have 2 options. So I don't really like much when I have to put herbs over high heat and then bring to a boil and then reduce the heat and wait for 20 minutes. Pretty much that's what you are going to do if you're going to use that method. My favorite method is just to alternatively pour 2 cups of boiling water, and that is exactly what I am doing here right now. 2 cups, then we cover it up and just we let it steep for, I say, 30 to 60 minutes, and you could just try for 30 minutes the first time, so you don't really get overwhelmed with the taste at first. But I would say that don't be afraid, guys, it will be a delicious tea. You would need to strain it in the end, and I know many teas recommend later on for sweetening it, like with honey or maple syrup. I would say I would really advise you against it, because this way we kind of like counteracting the beneficial properties, adding sugar to it. And I've also mentioned that this could be a chai tea if we are just going to add the black tea in it. It's actually a very simple step. The only thing to remember would be to add the black tea, I say, in the last few minutes of steeping or simmering it, in order for us to avoid, you know, an overly bitter taste. And of course, don't forget that, let's say you using black tea contains caffeine. Instead of black tea, you could even use rooibos tea. It's also a very good addition. And I would say that is it, guys. This is a very good tea. I recommend you to try it out. It's like beyond regular tea recipe. And I really hope you guys like the recipe. You would give it a try. It might take you maybe some time to collect the herbs. If you have any questions, Do let me know. Always let me know if you have any questions. What do you think? What might your maybe addition to this tea would be? Your experience, of course. I'm very happy to read your feedback. And I would put the ingredient list in the description bar down below this video. Anyways, guys, bye. I wish you to stay very happy and healthy. Never stop learning. It will pay you back. Your body will pay you back. You will be a happier person. And I will see you later. Bye.